like to start a very interesting conversation, a panel discussion moderated by Mr. Rajesh Shah, who is a very active member of IWMMTA and also director of Shreepal Impex trade. So the panel discussion is on a very interesting subject, a subject that is very much talked about of late, tariffs. So it is named Navigating Trade Uncertainty, Preparing Indian Manufacturers for Global Tariff Changes. Mr. Rajesh Shah, I would like to give the stage straight to you.
Good afternoon, friends. A very warm welcome today afternoon to industry partners. While we are here assembled for a very interesting topic and anxiety full for all the business owners, I would like hereby to introduce on certain important dignitaries on the dais. While we have assembled over here for this conversation on global orders which are changing, evolving rapidly, new dynamics coming on the board, disruptions in supply chains, and a lot of things which undergo for all the business owners. So we always are experiencing that, this US and China realignments are happening, new trade routes are being formed. Amid this, should we consider this as a risk or an opportunity? And let's understand this from the dignitaries on the dais whom I would like to call upon. I would like to call upon Theerthagiri Gopi, MD of Woodtech and Chairman of IWMMTA on the dais. The second dignitary on the dais I would like to call upon is Mr. Amiet Barot, MD of Krini Furnitures Private Limited. And I would also like to call upon my good friend Sivakumar Venugopal. He is the director for NürnbergMesse India. And while we wait a little bit on for the dignitary Shri Poonam Kumar, he is on the way. So he is also the MD of Sumitra Wood. And I think so among the panelists, I would like to share that we all have been known each other since about more than 20 odd years into this industry, and I have a fair amount of experience on the changing parameters and dynamics which are happening over here. And the question would be, understand how we can look at these new changing parameters and what are your inputs on machine dynamics and the way we can take this to a new level. So my question to Gopi would be that from a machinery and plant setup perspective, how can Indian manufacturers future proof their facilities against sudden tariff shifts which are happening that may really impact the export markets overnight?
Yeah, good afternoon once again to everyone. So, as we are stepping into the new era in the furniture manufacturing in India today, where India is being looked upon as an alternate destination to many large furniture manufacturing countries. So it's very important for us to step into that level of manufacturing where we can take the products to the global stage. So India has never been a mass manufacturing destination all these years, we've been manufacturing bits and pieces. So time has come for us now to move into a mass manufacturing level where we produce products, standard products at mass and export to the global countries, whereby we can bring down the cost of manufacturing to stay very competitive in the global stage. So this is the one most important aspect now for us to change our mindset from bits and pieces of manufacturing to mass manufacturing now. So the furniture manufacturers have to think on this level. Any product that they design, any product that they make, they should produce them on large volumes, whereby they can bring down the cost of each item so that the product can be sold at a reasonable price in the global market, and thereby they can also navigate the uncertainties that comes up due to tariff and various other factors in the global market today. So that's the thing that we have to change and adapt to the next level to stay very, very competitive in the global stage. Yeah.
Thank you, Gopi. I would like to ask Amiet ji, as a finished product manufacturer or a furniture manufacturer, how have you been able to look at global tariffs and fluctuation impacting your export competitiveness, and how are you able to recalibrate your pricing and sourcing strategies?
Global tariff is opportunity, not challenge. Once US put a 50% duty on Indian product, that time little bit we afraid what to do, how we will survive. But immediately in few weeks we started to search different markets. We explore other African countries and European countries, and we started export to those countries. So global tariff is opportunity, not challenge. We have to change our mindset. Whenever you have a problem, you have to think different than others. Then you can survive. Whenever we have problem, as an Indian, we find all the solutions. So there are many ways to survive in the industry. Now, world see from Indian eyes. In future, there is no other option than Indian. What our government is doing for ours, our fraternity, our people, all the Indians, that is very minute thing they are doing for us. I am giving just today's example. Today I received call from the PMO that why Indian metal furniture is expensive than other countries. So I given just small example. Other countries are using 0.8 mm metal to make the furniture, and we are using 1.2 mm or 1.1 mm metal tube to make the furniture. So we are expensive and they are cheaper. Immediately they send a message to me. I will show you message to Gopi ji. We will use 50% technology transfer to your fraternity. Is it okay for you? I said okay. They immediately responded, why so many chair parts coming from other countries? I said our members, our people are facing not a problem in make the things in local market. We do not have sufficient technology. They said, let all the chairmen come to the DPIIT or PMO, we will resolve the issue. This is today's conversation. So, government is doing lot of things for us. We have to see every day the government's report. And tariff is opportunity for us, not challenge for us. Before Gopi said for the mass production, so mass production is the option, but what our people are doing, they do everything at one factory. Don't do that. Make a specialized product. If someone is doing office furniture, they have to focus on the office furniture. someone do the panel processing, they have to do the panel processing. If someone can do the chair manufacturing, they have to focus on the chair manufacturing. Don't make finished chair, make a chair part. You will survive. People will come to your factory to buy the things. Don't go to the sell the product. Just you can focus to do the standardized, budgeted, quality product. They will come to you. Like our other countries doing since long, we have to follow same system. And we have to learn from Japan. People are learning from Japanese people. The neighboring countries, what they are exporting in our country, they learn from Japan. So we have to follow Japanese technology. Not technology, technology with loyalty to the nation and ethics. So we have to do the things with the loyalty and ethics. Loyalty means what? When I am working in my factory, I have to focus what I am doing there on the machine, on the software, or on the designing part. If someone come in my factory, I don't need to say here and there who is coming here, what he is doing. I have to just focus on my work only. What other European and Chinese people, Indonesian, all people are doing. So we have to train our people's mind like that. Then only we able to get the production. If people are using 1 minute every hour, then also is counted. In other country, when you visit the factory, you go in the shop floor to see the machines, they only focus on the production. So as a entrepreneur, as a business owner, we have to change our mind from ourselves. Then we have to train our people. Then we will achieve on the mass production scale. And one more thing from the design part. I have to request all designers to make the production friendly drawing. Designer, architect or engineer making only drawings, but they have to think, is the machine can make this product? Machine can make anything, everything, but they have some limitations. So concern the factory owners, those who are allied with you. If I can make this type of drawing, can you able to make it? If you follow the system, you will get the result, your customer will be happy, and factory will give you on-time delivery with better price and quality. So only tariff changes is a subject, but we have to follow everything. Then we will survive in the international market. So right, madam before said about design. So I will request you and your other fellow colleagues, you can pass the message to them to make the production friendly drawing. Machine is working on the drawing, but they have some limitations. So my clear message, tariff is opportunity. We have to find the opportunity from the tariff. Don't depend on one country, many countries in the world where we are able to export. Every people have to find 1 or 2 countries for them. If I am making some metal product, I have to find African market because they are very rough and tough people. Wood and bed cannot work over there. If you are looking for the smart spacing, what I am making, I am exporting from since 2012 to Europe, America. In fact, I am exporting Hong Kong also. My smart spacing, furniture, wall bed and wall bed hardware. So you have to think which market is for you, where you are able to supply, where you are able to compete the price. Don't only think, you can go there, see their product, see their strength, what they want, what their color combination. Accordingly make the product and start to export them with a small quantity. This is the best way of working. So today US put some duty, tomorrow Europe say I will put some duty. If it depends on any one country, then we have to face problem. If we have a lot of opportunity, so we can find different country. What other country is doing? That's a clear answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Amiet ji. My question to Siva would be that from your vantage point and exposure towards all the global trade fairs, how are you observing shifts in sourcing strategies, destinations, and due to this tariff changes which are happening, where do people look forward for realignments?
Thank you, Rajesh. It's a great honor to be on this panel of the industry veterans. I come from a great background, having interacted with the industry for so long now. In bits and pieces, I also understand how this industry functions. So, the topic for this discussion is also very interesting. So every 2 years, we will have some buzzwords going around in the market. It could be GST or demonetization. In 2020, we had COVID uncertainty, and now today it is about tariffs. See, I think all these things are going to remain. One of the other things are going to keep happening. As an industry, I think, wood-based industry, I feel that there is enough opportunity in-house in India. We are a 1.4 billion population. Today, the interior market, when I say interior market, the organized interior market, Indian interior market is pegged at about $14 billion. It's not small. It's not small. Okay. Are we really exporting flat pack furniture to other countries? Very, very minimal. Isn't it? Today, the most of the furniture, wood-based furniture, what is exported is solid wood, especially design-led furniture, and 47% of the export is happening to US, and the rest is going to the rest of the countries. And I have also been interacting with the industry veterans over the time in the last 3-4 months. Yes, there are discussions around tariffs, but nobody is talking about the impact. Then if you sit and realize why nobody is talking about the impact, the solid wood furniture component is very, very negligible, which is being exported, number one. Number two, as it is a premium, it's not a mass retail product which is exported to US or other countries. It's a design-led product. It is a high-value product. I mean, it doesn't really, today it is not having a major impact, but maybe in the process, if this uncertainty continues, there are chances that things will change. But fortunately, a lot of developments happening from the government side also, and I would also say manufacturers were also not proactive enough all these years to look for other markets. I think now everybody have woken up, trying for different markets, different avenues, which is a good thing. So I think every 1 and 2 years we need some disruption to change our thought process or approach to business. That's it.
True. Question to Poonam ji would be that as a company importing premium timber and surfaces, how do tariff changes impact and affect your cost dynamics and economics?
It's not very much, I would say, because due to the duties were already there, and tariff is imposed on what we export to US, right? Of course, not much of the wood was coming from US. Major wood was coming from Europe and other places. But yes, a little bit impact is there, which is not very high, only negligible. Yes, the more impact is because of the currency exchange rates. The fluctuation is there. That is more impacting rather than the tariff actually. This tariff has impacted the wood export because we are also into export for last 20 years and US has been our major market all these days. we've been working with the top 5 retailers and lifestyle stores in US, who has like more than 250, 300, 400 stores across US. So they are really impacted. So what happened actually? The original impact of tariff was supposed to be on the American consumers, not us. But eventually what happened when tariff was imposed to like 50%, the retailers wanted to share that with us, like between 3 parts. One was us who were manufacturing, who were exporting. The second part was the company who was buying from us. And the third was the consumer who was buying from those wholesalers or retailers. So ideally what happened, that it was divided into 3 parts. Like one part of the share of the tariff we consumed, we reduced our prices, we offered them discount. One was by lowering their margins, they have absorbed. And the third was like around 10 to 12% was increased for the consumers. So that is what has happened in reality. Now that it has come down to say 10 or 15, which nobody knows, it can happen, whatever can happen tomorrow morning, something new can happen. So but assuming it is 10% now, it is not going to impact any more. But yes, it has pushed us for say about 6 to 8 months. That is it. But other than that, there is nothing.
I would like to also ask you, what strategies can Indian manufacturers adopt to while balancing imported inputs versus domestic sourcing without compromising quality and keep on sustained growth?
I think what Amiet was saying, that lot of input has to be given into R&D, which we as Indian manufacturer do less importance to R&D. So I think R&D is one of the major. We should budget actually. We should in the beginning of the year we should make a budget that yes, this much money we are going to do some R&D, and that is one thing which we are very slow in this. We are not doing this, and in fact India government is also wanting the industry, the entrepreneurs to do that. In the recent economic survey, it says that while we are doing all the free trade agreements with different nations, be it Australia, be it 27 countries of Europe and so many other countries, what message is the Indian government giving us? That they are opening the world to us, that you can buy from anywhere, you are not going to pay the duties. That means the world is becoming the competition, not the competition between Bangalore or Delhi or Chandigarh or Jodhpur or Jaipur. So we have to fight with the international competition, and to tackle that, I think R&D is one of the best solution. Plus industry has to come out of the old methods. Maybe the machinery manufacturer also has to look into this. People like us who are manufacturing, as he said, that the mindset has to change. Every worker, every entrepreneur, everyone has to change their mindset of how we do. We have to produce that quality standards. Otherwise, we will not survive. Because the competition is globally now. So that is how I think.
Okay. Thank you, Poonamji. Siva?
Rajesh, actually I didn't answer your question. Although I spoke, see, sourcing destination, change in sourcing destination, I think we have been hearing this for the last 10 years. Correct? Are we yet ready as a country?
Not yet.
During the COVID, before COVID actually, we were importing, we have a special grade of MDF and plywood that is being used when we export to US, that is CARB certification, right? We were importing that 100%. But during COVID, this slogan came in Make in India, right? So we thought of making carb certified plywood. We already had a plywood factory in Hapur. So we did that exercise and successfully completed it. So now we are not importing any plywood in India. And I think we have considerable amount of factories who are producing carb certified plywood as well as MDF. So that is one thing that has changed. Like his question was of the sourcing. So this has changed. Yeah.
Thank you. My question to Gopi would be that with the tariffs increasing the cost pressures, where should Indian manufacturers invest first? Automation, lean systems, or supply chain localization?
Actually, we have to focus on all these three aspects. In India, as Amiet was telling, we don't have an ecosystem in India, the so-called ecosystem. We try to make everything in-house. So first of all, we have to focus on creating an ecosystem, and thereby you don't produce all the components that you need in-house. You will invariably become expensive making everything in-house, because you will not have the specialization to make everything in-house. So basically, outsourcing certain things are also cheaper, compared to manufacturing inside your factory. So this is one thing. There need to be a larger ecosystem that need to be created, I think, which is coming up. If you go to places like Jodhpur, there's a very good ecosystem that is created in that city, where you buy a seasoned wood from somebody. There are so many suppliers who give a seasoned wood, so you don't have to have your own facility. And similarly, there are people who manufacture certain products, and you buy the product and you only do finishing and export. And there are also component suppliers. They make certain components, somebody making a chair component there. So you buy components and then you assemble them and then you export. So that's how the ecosystem helps in manufacturing, and thereby bringing down your cost. That's one of the reasons I think Jodhpur is very successful in exporting solid wood furnitures. And the next level for people to think R&D, that is something that everybody is emphasizing. I also would like to emphasize the same thing. We have to have very strong R&Ds in every small factory. Even a small factory should have at least one person who is working on R&D. That actually, that R&D will help the design to connect with machines, because most of the time the design is not machine friendly. The designers have a disconnect. They make good, beautiful designs, but that cannot be made in a large volume using machineries. Okay, so basically having an R&D in-house basically connects the design with the machine. Okay, so that makes it more simple to manufacture in mass, thereby bringing down the cost. And the third thing is low cost automation. India has got so much of manpower. People still say India has got a lot of laborers, but we still have a lot of problems with laborers. So that comes with an added tag of problems managing laborers. We don't have very efficient labor system in India. The labor, our efficiency, if you compare with any other country, are way too low. I would say like 50-55% is the efficiency of laborers in India with the kind of system that we have. So we have to work on low cost automation, so whereby we become more efficient. Our efficiency increases to 80 plus or 90 plus percentage, where we are able to produce faster and bring down the cost. So what happens when you are doing mass manufacturing? Everything boils down to how much you spend for manufacturing cost per square feet. So this cost per square feet, manufacturing cost per square feet, has to be brought down. That's only possible by increasing the efficiency. Suppose you have you're producing 100 set of furniture in an 8 hours time with about 100 people. With the same 8 hours, with the same 100 people, if you're able to produce 20% more, your cost comes down. So how do we do that? We can't depend only on manual laborers in India. We have to move towards automation. But of course, automation comes with a cost. So I call it something like a low-cost economical automation system. We can go for an end-to-end economical automation system, whereby handling the items in the manufacturing process, we automate that and bring down the cost, increase the efficiency, increase the productivity, whereby the cost comes down. So all these three factors are very important for any factories, and many small factories have the mentality that no, I don't have the infrastructure, or I don't have the money to invest on R&D or this low cost automation, but it is a must even for a small factories. They should put that money in the beginning. That will give them a lot of savings in terms of cost, and they will become more competitive and they can grow much faster. This is my message to manufacturers. Thank you.
Thank you. My question to Amiet ji would be that with the tariff uncertainties which we are hounding around, as you said that you don't treat this as a threat but an opportunity, how do we calibrate our sourcing capabilities with some alternatives and be self-sustainable during trading and maintaining quality?
Poonam ji told that we are making car P2, MDF, and we required car P2 and E2. E2 for the European countries and car P2 for the USA. So that is not challenging for us. We have sufficient factories to make the material, but some specialized material is challenged. I requested government many times in open forum and the closed door meeting that you should allow some component from other countries till we able to make those in our country. And some point of far they are agreed. They are allowing directly or indirectly. And now they are thinking to give some special benefit to the plywood manufacturer to compete in the international market. Very soon everyone will get the news from the government. So finding factories is difficult because we are isolated. Everyone is not at one place like other countries. But everything is available in our country. Only few products are not available. I am giving example for the machinery industry. Some part we have to import, but some part we can make and we can assemble the machine in India and we can say make in India. By that we can save cost and energy. The second thing is India required ecosystem. Not only our industry, every industry we require ecosystem. Ecosystem means manufacturer also over there, supplier also over there, trader also is there. Like I give country example China, Fosha, furniture market. You will get everything at one place. Finished furniture, part, raw material, anything and everything you will get over there. On the same page, I have taken an initiative before to make India's furniture ecosystem, and I did it. This is not this topic, but I am declaring that I am making India's biggest furniture park in Maharashtra, Palghar. Before we have aimed to route through the AFMT, our associations, but some point I realized that AFMT cannot buy the land, and acquiring land through the government process, it takes a lot of time, maybe 5 years, 6 or 7 years. So I started this journey my own, and today I have 600 plus acre land, and government supported me lots. They are giving 80 to 120% subsidy to the furniture manufacturer. And government only given the name to the park, Maharashtra Global Furniture City. So this is India's first integrated ecosystem for the furniture fraternity, one and only. In near future, you will get everything at one place, from screw to finished furniture. Over there, we are making 50 lakh square feet showroom area. Showroom means home furniture, hotel furniture, office furniture, woodworking part, sofa factory, sofas area, artifact, different 12 system we are making over there. We are making in-house expo center over there. In fact, we are making 2 helipad to our foreign buyers. They come directly over there. So now we are making everything at one platform. So I request, welcome everyone over there to be a part of that. Let's start Indian ecosystem. Gradually, we will start in other cities, not other states. But this is India's first ecosystem. So I request support from everyone.
Thank you, Amiet, for the inputs. And while we are little pressed upon the time zone during such an important trade fair of all our business associates, there are a few other dignitaries who are already pressing me hard to complete this because we have just stretched a little bit more. I think so. I will take away the question from Siva, which was there. But I would like to just put a closing, thoughtful question on between us is everybody are stressed upon treading path for futuristic thing. Let's put a question on the back of our mind that with all these inputs which we have received from the dignitaries on the dais, I think so we all know our way ahead, where we need to put our money and energies into, and see that we can still keep on growing with the golden opportunity India has along the curve and the dispensable income group which is growing around. We can offer nice opportunities for the new generation coming in and keep on growing at a pace which Asia has not seen in the last 10 years. I think so. I would thank all the dignitaries on the dais to be here cut the session because I think the Sushma is showing me eyes from there. Thank you, Sushma, for bearing me. One small take from Shah.
Rajesh, I think as an industry we need speed. We cannot discuss only during exhibitions. We need to discuss outside exhibitions also. So that is something which is lacking. And we all should know that today the interior market, again, why I am repeatedly telling interior market consists of a cabinetry and kitchens, which is entering into an infrastructure phase. It's no more conventional, it's entering into an infrastructure phase. So we need speed. If we have to capitalize on the opportunities, we need speed. That's it. Thank you.
So I would say, NürnbergMesse themselves and IWMMTA are taking a lot of efforts to create this awareness among the manufacturers, among the fraternity, to come and join hands to see that we are together during these ups and downs of the industry. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
I would like to call upon the moderator, Mr. Rajesh Shah. Thank you, Mr. Rajesh Shah. Mr. Poonam Kumar. Thank you, Mr. Poonam. Mr. Venugopal. Thank you, Mr. Venugopal. I would like to call upon all the speakers of the second session